Salve, salve galera, aqui quem fala é o Ralfito e vamos para mais um jogo aí do Michael Jordan e vamos para o jogo 5. Vamos para cima aí, vou cortar o áudio e vamos para o jogo.
You know when Michael Jordan is coming to town, you always wanted to get a good night's sleep, a good night rest, something good to eat, because you know the next day Michael Jordan is in your building and he's coming to put on a show, and you have to compete against that. Game 5 was at our place, and you know,
All right, Coach, what can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs try to deny Jordan the ball. They actually 2-on-1 him without the ball. Elo trying to catch back up. The shot's up. It's good!
Oh,
Michael Jordan!
Wow, Coach, a Game 5 winning shot. Doug Collins off the bench, and the Bulls have won.
You can never, ever count Michael Jordan out.
Different level, man. It's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will.
An unmistakable view of the Windy City, and a lot of anticipation in the air. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation of today's game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me courtside, Clark Kellogg. And across the way on the sidelines, David Aldridge. We should be in for a great game here. Clark, it's the Chicago Bulls taking on the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
I'm ready for a good one, partner. Listen to these Chicago fans. Extremely excited to get this underway and see two All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, go at it. This could be an outstanding scoring contest between these two.
You said it. Buckle in. Clark, part of what makes Wilkins and Jordan so exceptional is how many ways they can get points.
Yeah, they score a lot of different ways, Kevin. Their offensive games are really versatile and complete. They can knock down threes, hit the mid-range jumper, and you know they both can do damage at the rim.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
The expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W. Just an incredible dunker.
Clark, he makes it look so effortless.
Smooth and easy.
Ooh. Here's Jordan. Banked in off the glass. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Obviously, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Clark, both applied great defensive pressure. You know, but the Hawks have some fast hands and some nice defensive skills of their own.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. I mean, you think about Doc Rivers. If the Bulls aren't careful around Rivers, he could create a lot of havoc and force a bunch of turnovers. And in a contest between two very high-scoring teams, we know every possession counts.
Yeah, Rivers is like a coach on the floor.
He really is.
And both free throws good for Jordan.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Pippen. And so the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last.
Still, Bulls ball.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. You know, Clark, in some ways, This game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins, and who scores the most. Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. Stolen by Wilkins. Driving in. Oh!
Dominique Wilkins.
Wilkins making a statement with that one. Showing these fans that Jordan's not the only high flyer in town. Here's Pippen. And it's in there.
You know, Pippen is about 6'8", but he's got the wingspan of a condor, using that reach to corral that rebound.
Nifty move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Johnson.
The number one objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Now, here is Jordan. And he drives in, up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Holdridge. DA.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan's scoring will probably be the big story of the night, but there's a lot more to these guys' games that could affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding, and as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point, and I think you're right. It's not just, Clark, about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multi-faceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. Limiting your opponent's touches and disrupting their shot attempts and their offensive flow, I think, could be the real name of the game in this one. You just can't get it done with offense alone.
I know Jordan takes pride in his defense. We'll see if that's true tonight.
Yep, we'll keep an eye on that.
Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with two expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and the new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed.
Doing damage inside. Rivers, absolutely fearless. Loves to take it up in there.
Jordan against Wilkins. Michael Jordan on the wing. 10 points for him. No good from Grant. The Hawks leading. Reb with it. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pippen against Rivers. Good work there as it goes.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
And the Hawks with possession. Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
Grant, that's good.
Very impressive stuff from Grant there. Tremendous concentration.
So it's the Hawks now. Trailing by 2. Here's Rivers. Here's Conkamp. Got a piece of it. .102 left to play here in the first. Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Some changes for Chicago. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. Then for the Hawks, Kevin Willis is checked in for Concat. Carr comes in for Malone. And Smith subbed in for Webb. And the pass to Rivers. Shoots over King. Rivers can't get it to go. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are.
Smith.
That's why they call him Kenny the Jet. Smith can take flight now.
Here's Jordan. King against Smith. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Jordan inside. He's against Carr.
Soaring up to the rim, Jordan makes it look so easy the way he gets off the floor. But I can tell you, that's harder than it looks.
1 second left. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
The Hawks, 16.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. The Bulls leading by 5. So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. King is up there at Purdue. There's B.J. Armstrong, and there's Hodges, and it's Jordan in at the 3, the small forward.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for Chicago, Michael Jordan.
Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like it. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Now, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Here's Tony. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Here's Wilkins. Can't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Michael Jordan on the wing. Back to King. It's blocked. Jordan looking around. Second shot opportunity. And they pick up 2.
Timeout.
Jordan's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
Love how Jordan uses his jumping ability on the offensive boards. I mean, this guy just does not give up.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for King. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Moses Malone, he's checked in for Atlanta. Webb comes in for Smith.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Chicago foul.
Livingston's checked in for Willis.
Bill Cartwright. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming on the
Pass to Tony.
Hawks, Cliff Livingston.
Cartwright against Malone. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Tony. Good, and the assist goes to Malone.
Cedric Tony.
Tony's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Atlanta. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Back to Webb. Tries from 16. Doesn't go for it. And it's Chicago the other way. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too. The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
And Grant sends it back. Stolen away.
Bulls foul.
Pippin's checked in for Hodges. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for the Hawks. Atlanta calls timeout. Mark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Contact and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
It'll be a battle for sure. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Hawks ball.
Here's Wilkins.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Livingston. And stolen by Jordan. Poked away. Shoots from 14. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, his scoring has just been AWOL this quarter.
Releases from 15. Rebounded by Livingston.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It's Rivers on the wing. He dishes it to Malone. Back to Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Malone. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Making people around him better. One of the things Doc is best known for. Doc Rivers, that is.
Jordan with the bucket.
Stay aggressive. I don't ever like to see teams pump the brakes when they've got the lead. Stay aggressive, attack. A fantastic way to pad your cushion.
Passes it to Rivers. Wilkins with the ball. Hangs on the trifecta. Wilkins has got 5 points so far.
This is how dangerous a scorer Wilkins is. Really capable of connecting right off the catch.
Jordan against Wilkins. Jordan dishes to Grant. He kicks it to Pippen. Good, and Grant gets the assist. 6 points for him.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Rivers passes to Malone, and it's slammed in by Malone.
Yeah, Malone showing you the bounce. How high he got up there, dunking comes pretty easy to him. It's quite easy when you get that high up.
And the dunk by Grant.
And a defensive effort like that, that's why they're trailing.
Exactly. Oof! You have to meet the offense's physicality. And they did not. Webb the pass to Wilkins. Here's Rivers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Michael Jordan.
It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And that was a foul. No question about it.
Team foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for Atlanta, Doc Rivers. At the line for 2.
Rivers hits both of them. And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. Second half underway, and here's who Mike Fratello's got on the floor. Rivers out there with Webb. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Concat in at the center position.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
And here are the Bulls now. The Bulls leading by 11. Here's Jordan. Yes, that goes in. 33 points for Jordan.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. The 15-footer, that one falls.
Dominique Wilkins.
8 points for Dominique Wilkins. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. Knocked loose. Here's Concat, guarded by Paxson. Back to Webb. It's up a 3. The rebound by Grant.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Well, I like to see Pippen being this assertive at the rim. He puts that impressive athleticism to good use there.
Rivers scanning the floor. He feeds it to Malone. And the basket is good. Malone's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Grant finds Jordan. And he makes that one. Jordan's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
Hey, the defense has the right idea there, but Jordan has the skills to overcome the contact. When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
He's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
The Hawks trail by 13. The pass to Rivers.
Chicago foul. John Paxson. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. For 3, Wilkins.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season. Throwing it down with tremendous power.
One-handed nonetheless. Webb kicks to Rivers. Pass to Wilkins. Launches it. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Wilkins outside. Here's Livingston, defended by Pippen. Shot clock at 6. And here is Webb, beyond the arc. Tries again. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
At the line for your Bulls, Michael Jordan. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Bulls with some changes. King comes in for Cartwright. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. And then for Atlanta, Willis, he checked in for Malone. Carr comes in for Livingston. And Smith subbed in for Spud Webb. That's a 2 from Smith. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Purdue, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Atlanta ball. Checking into the lineup for your Bulls.
Here's Wilkins. 14 points for him. Atlanta again missing. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. The Hawks trail by 16. Now here's Rivers. He's got 6. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. The Hawks have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
At the line for the Hawks.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
At the line for 1.
.124 left in the third. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Purdue's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Jordan. And Michael Jordan, no doubt, one of the greatest dunkers of this era.
Jordan always eager to entertain the home crowd, putting on a show for these fans here.
Wilkins outside. Here's Willis. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, the strength of Kevin Willis really impressive. And he does a nice job positioning for offensive rebounds.
Bulls making a switch here. Hodges checked in. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Bulls leading by 16. Here goes Michael Jordan. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Defensive foul.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Second personal foul.
Free throw good. Jordan. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smith outside. They get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Neely's checked in for Purdue. And a change for the Hawks. Tony, he's checked in for Smith. 36 seconds left to play in the third. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
Here is Armstrong. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 50 points.
Nicely done by Armstrong there. Recognized the overcommitment from the defense. Got his teammate a nice opportunity.
Bulls foul. B.J. Armstrong.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Third team foul. At the line for the Hawks.
And he makes the first.
Cedric Toney. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Jordan, an easy 2 points on the way. 52 points for Michael Jordan.
The touch on Jordan's close range shots is really outstanding. He almost makes it look simple and easy to score in close like that.
Here's Wilkins. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. The Hawks trail by 21.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Grant. Hodges is out there with Paxson. Then it's Jordan, and it's Cartwright in at the center. Jordan dishes to Grant.
The defense that time totally outsmarted by Jordan with the pick and roll. Great way to create for another shooter.
Grant's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Pass to Rivers. And good coming off the assist by Spud Webb. Webb's got 3 assists in the game. Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
Here's Rivers. It's good.
Boy, really good vision from Webb there, finding an open line to get the ball to a ready shooter.
And Jordan slams it in. Chicago, Atlanta. It's a special matchup. And these fans feeling a little extra electricity from Michael Jordan in this one. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Chicago. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Koncak's checked in.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
It's Wilkins on the wing. He's defended by Jordan.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
To the paint. And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 59 points. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Grant against Wilkins. Now Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Jordan. And then Jordan slams it in.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Michael Jordan. Bill
Webb with it.
with the assist.
Pass to Rivers. Down low. Here's Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Perfection using the screen that time.
Wasn't that beautiful? The strong pick allows him to get free. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Jordan outside, from outside the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Oh, and here we go. Wilkins has got it. The fast break chance. Good D by Jordan.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Three-pointer. And Contact pulls it down. Here's Wilkins. Malone trying to break free. Great positioning on the putback.
Dominique
Wilkins has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, so far Wilkins has just been going off, finding plenty of ways to outwork the defense and get his points.
Jordan passes to Paxson. And Jordan gets it to go. 63 points for Michael Jordan.
Hey, height is just a number when you play with his tenacity and force inside.
To the middle. Here's Contact. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Contact.
Good finish from Contact. You do not need to jump very high when you're 7 feet tall.
Here's Jordan. And the layup is good.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
Webb the pass to Rivers. Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. Over Wilkins.
2 minutes remaining in
A
the
shot
game.
by Jordan, no
2
good.
minutes.
Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Wilkins with the ball. 2 points. That one goes.
Doc
The effort
Rivers.
rewarded that time on the fast break with an easy look.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And this is why you just can't give Jordan a running start. I mean, once he has that, the launch pad is set, and he's going to ecstasy. Right through the air and on top of your head.
Some changes for Chicago. Kings checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Horace Grant. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson.
Substitution on the
And
court.
then for Atlanta, Willis, he checked in for Malone. Carr comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And Smith subbed in for Spud Webb.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him harder than this because he's really smart at figuring out how to score through contact.
Livingston's checked in for the Hawks. The Bulls leading by 19. Here's Jordan going inside. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
On the drive, MJ is so ferocious, he never even thinks about slowing down. Pedal to the metal.
1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Smith the pass to Livingston. Smith outside. And there's the pass to Carr. The Hawks again can't hit. And they've been moving the ball, Clark, really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Livingston. Here's Willis. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the grit Willis plays with? I mean, he's a strong physical guy, able to take some contact and still power through it and get the shot in.
Count that one.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
Pippen's gone 6 of 7 from the field here, getting just about everything to drop. Pass to Smith.
Chicago foul. B.J. Armstrong.
First free throw is good.
A low-key high riser, Kenny the Jet Smith, gets up like very few guards in the league do.
Tony, he's checked in for the Hawks. 50 seconds left in the game. Shoots from 12. And Pippen with the basket. The assist from Michael Jordan.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Here's Livingston. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First one falls for.
An experienced forward, Livingston gives them depth off the bench along the front line.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pippen with the bucket.
I like the way he's done a good job working that ball around tonight, getting it moving, wanting to get other guys going.
And here's Smith. Passes it to Livingston. A 3 ball. The shot's good from Smith.
They could have used this run much earlier in the ballgame.
Here's Jordan. And then Jordan slams it in.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
Now, here is Tony. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
We did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with them. And